Hi, everyone. I'm Steve, here again with Pastor Victor Brote. Welcome, Pastor.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
So we're going to talk about a passage here that's fascinating. And we'll just kind of go back and forth like we always do. But I want to get to what I really think the Word of God is addressing with this point that it makes. So, what verse do you have for us?
We're looking at Matthew 25:14.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and read that. Again, says Jesus, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. He gave one 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. And he went on his journey. I love that word at the end there, according to his ability. Lots of talk about Marxist ideas and socialism. Our country started that way with the Pilgrims. They tried to socialism, and it totally failed because different people had different abilities, and Jesus is giving an example how to kind of be wise in assigning your money. He knew that one was a 5 bag worker and that one was just on the edge, and there's different abilities, and he recognized that. And our society today is talking a lot about just making everything even. Well, it doesn't work that way. There's talents that people have, and it's so important to recognize that in others and in the investments that you make.
Yeah, and the third person in this passage who got the 1 talent, he buried it. And so the other 2 were commended because they made the money grow. But the third one, he was in deep trouble. And his issue was fear. He was afraid, so he buried it and did nothing with it. So that's something that I really get out of this passage is what happened, because and a lot of times the Word of God tells us to give the shirt off your back. Well, in this case, this person, if he would have gave it away, he would have been in more trouble, because the example here is not about generosity. The example is about fear. He was fearful, and that got him in trouble.
Yeah, we often lose sight of the responsibilities, and corporations are supposed to make money, and you can invest in companies, and some of them don't care about making money. They've got other agenda, and that just throws you off. The wise ruler put his biggest, and the wise are the industrious servants that he had, and we can apply that to how our investments. I've been thinking about crypto a lot, and some people will quote invest in these moonshots, and it's often going to come back to bite you unless you take a wise approach to making your money grow. It's so important to not just gamble, because your gamble is going to be almost a sure bet against you, where you consider those who have put themselves to work, whether it's a company or other sorts of investments, and shown a track record. And that's where to put your money.
And what my practice is, I'm not saying everybody's got to do this, but I like to bring it to God and ask God, how can I make this resource grow? Because this is, for me, I look at it as it's God's resource, whatever it is, whether it's a talent or a business or money. So I ask God to show me what he wants me to invest in and how he wants me to do it, because I'm managing it for him. So my biggest thing is take it to God and find out, ask him how to grow the money, and he'll help. And it's his. And when you do that, it's kind of like, if something goes wrong, well, now I blame it on him because it's his money and I asked him what to do with it. So anyway,
I think if you live by these principles, you are almost guaranteed to be successful. I mean, I watch people around me kind of do the opposite, and all of a sudden they hit bottom, and then they shake their fist at God. When you live in the principles, God blesses you. I mean, I experienced it. I was a pastor, and I also had several business interests, and I couldn't believe it. But when I followed the principles, within half the time that my house payments were, I just made extra. I just did extra things. And so in 15 years, I think I had the whole house paid off. I was free and clear of everything, no debts at all, because I used discipline and principles that are biblical principles. And it's so important to look at life that way. I mean, I gave a lot of money away. I had the privilege of being able to do that because the principles work. The discipline works, and it blesses. And that's what I wish for everybody hearing this, is that they could be blessed by following the principles. They're so true. They're true 2,000, 4,000 years ago. It works the same way.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Thanks for listening, and thanks for being with us, Pastor.
Thank you.